On the night of August 15th, 1977, a radio telescope in Ohio was quietly scanning the sky, listening for any unusual activity from deep space. It was part of a long-running project searching for signs of extraterrestrial radio signals. For 72 seconds it found something, a signal far stronger than anything ever recorded before or since. Nobody was watching in real time. The discovery wasn't made until 3 days later, when an astronomer named Jerry Ehman reviewed the printout by hand. The telescope's data came out as a long string of numbers and letters representing signal strength. Most nights, the printout was unremarkable: background noise, faint fluctuations, nothing worth flagging. But on this printout, one sequence stood out immediately: 6EQUJ5. In the telescope's measurement system, that sequence represented a signal roughly 30 times stronger than the normal background noise of deep space, an intensity so unusual it nearly maxed out the equipment's ability to measure it. Jerry Ehman circled the sequence in red pen and wrote a single word in the margin: "Wow." The name stuck. It's been known as the WOW signal ever since. The signal came from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, and it matched almost exactly the specific frequency scientists had predicted an extraterrestrial civilization might use to communicate, a frequency tied to hydrogen, the most common element in the universe, one that any advanced civilization studying physics would likely recognize. It wasn't random noise. It had the shape, intensity, and behavior of a real, deliberate transmission. It rose in strength, peaked, and faded, exactly the pattern you'd expect from a signal sweeping past a telescope's field of view as the Earth rotated. For 72 seconds, it looked exactly like what scientists had spent years hoping to find. Then it stopped, and it never came back. Astronomers pointed the same telescope at the same coordinates again and again over the following months and years. Nothing. Other observatories tried too. Still nothing. Over the decades, researchers have proposed explanation after explanation. A passing comet ruled out. Comets don't emit radio signals at that frequency. A military or classified satellite transmission considered and largely dismissed. The signal's characteristics didn't match known satellite behavior. Interference from Earth-based technology extensively investigated and never confirmed. In 2016, an astronomer proposed that 2 previously undiscovered comets might have been passing through that exact region of sky at the time, briefly emitting a hydrogen signal strong enough to explain the reading. Other scientists reviewed the theory and largely rejected it, pointing out that comets don't naturally produce signals anywhere near that intensity. To this day, there is no widely accepted explanation. Jerry Ehman himself remained cautious about the signal for the rest of his life. He never claimed it was extraterrestrial in origin. He simply maintained, until his death in 2012, that no terrestrial explanation had ever fully accounted for what the telescope recorded that night. That's what makes the WOW signal different from most claimed evidence of alien contact. It isn't a blurry photograph or a shaky video. It's a single, precisely measured data point recorded by rigorous scientific equipment that briefly matched almost every criterion scientists had established in advance for what a genuine signal from another civilization might look like. And then it was gone, never repeating, never explained, never disproven either. Modern searches continue to scan the same region of sky using far more sensitive equipment than existed in 1977. So far, nothing matching the original signal has ever been found again. Was it a natural phenomenon science simply hasn't identified yet? a brief, one-time technical error in 1970s equipment? Or for 72 seconds on an ordinary night in Ohio, did we actually receive something that came from somewhere else? Nobody has ever been able to say for certain. The printout still exists, the red circle, and the single handwritten word still visible on the paper. Wow!